Hey everyone, so as promised, here's another one with, about a couple days in between instead of a couple months. Well, just like, 2 weeks ago or so, I had homecoming. I mean, every school has it. It's that 1 week full of random dressing up days. The school spirit shown all week. It's up in your face. You got the sports day, dress up day, like suit and tie kind of thing. Among others, like Animal Day and just school colors. Well, as the week goes on, everyone looks forward to that homecoming dance, right? Well, a week before, if you're single, you tend to sit there and think, well, I want to go, but who do I want to go with? So you scramble to get your ticket or the money to go. What if you can't go with the person you like? What if the school will not allow you to take that person as your date? And there's only one reason why. Because you're homosexual. My school's like that. The principals don't approve of homosexuality. I know last year at the homecoming football game, it was about 40 degrees out. None of us knew it was going to be that cold. And granted, she was my girlfriend, but all we were doing was huddling together for warmth. And I had the principal come down, yell at me saying that PDA was not allowed at school events, that I needed to stop it and lay off or we were going to get kicked out. So she walks away down and talks to the football coach. I turn around. There are about 3 straight couples close to fucking on the bleachers. So when she comes back, I ask her why she said something to us when she missed them on the way down. She said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice them." Yeah, because someone could not notice them. She's like, "Well, I'll go back and I'll tell them on my way up." I watched her walk her scrawny ass up those stairs. Walk right past them. That's kind of the homophobia I get in school. But anyhow, and because of that kind of stuff, though, they don't allow gay couples to go together. Even the most out and proud can't officially go as someone's date. They sell couples ticket and single tickets. It's a much better deal to get a couples ticket. And obviously, if you're a couple, you want to get a couples ticket. I mean, come on. Who doesn't? It's less money, like I said. So, when you go to get your couples tickets, they write down who bought the tickets and who the second ticket's for. Well, if you're both the same sex, they take the ticket back. I remember last year, I tried to get me and my girlfriend, at the time, a ticket through the couple thing. And they said, and the principal was right there, and said, "Well, you can't take a girl as your date." Why do they do things like this? It's not going to stop us from going. Sure, it can, be a little expensive. If we go and buy single tickets on our own and just meet up at the dance, it's going to cost us 50 cents to $1 more, but we can still go. And, or if you have gay friends, like male friends or female friends, opposite of what you are, you can just have them go buy tickets, have one for you, one for him or her or whatever, and then have your girlfriend or boyfriend go buy tickets for the other person, and you still get to go. I mean, even the boy-girl couples that go to these dances, it ends up being girls going and talking to their friends, going and dancing, mostly dirty on each other, with the boys watching. So what's the big deal about letting homosexual couples go together? They try to say it's because they don't want to let homosexuality be promoted. That's a load of bullshit, because it's still happening now. There now, isn't it? I mean, the only time I've seen, and not all the time, but most of the times, the only time I see a guy and girl dancing is slow dances. And even then, it's rare. I mean, I know my friends dance together. It looks like they're couples. The only difference is it's not men dancing together. But why not let them? America is supposed to be a free country. I don't see where in that Constitution it says you cannot bring a same-sex date to homecoming. And if we're not careful, it's going to become like the Middle Ages and the early Renaissance. Women can show their breasts as much as they want, but don't show your ankles, girls. Men, you got to go learn archery and go fence. The Catholic Church was a political power back then. Wait, before I continue, I don't want to make anyone mad with the subject I'm touching on. It's some human facts here, and yes, it's a bit of my opinion. I have no disrespect towards the Catholic Church or any of the Christian churches, So I wanted to disclose that before I continued. Anyhow, the Catholic Church was a political power back then. No one would do anything that contradicted the church, up till Martin Luther, and he was a very brave man. Well, that's what's slowly happening today, but it's not just the Catholic Church. Let's just broaden it. It's the Christian Church in general. Like I said, I have the utmost respect for the Christian Church. I mean no disrespect by what I'm going to say. So if anyone gets offended, I'm sorry, but this is my opinion, and it's granted to me by that Bill of Rights. Unless they decide to burn it, I guess, you know? None of the politicians will do anything today that's the slightest thing against their church beliefs. They let the church decide how they're going to run our country, but isn't this country supposed to have freedom of religion? Therefore, Christian religion is not the only religion out there. I mean, I get whatever values you're raised on, they're going to come through. But I love it when people say that gay marriages should be banned because it's against the Bible. They say that. It's like, come on, guys. Not all of us are the same religion. You can't broaden that. I know at least one religion that would allow homosexual couples. But I love this. You know, they say that marriage is holy between a man and a woman because God made woman for man. God made Eve for Adam so he could have a companion, to have someone to love him. That's why they were created. Him to share the earth with everything. Her to share that love for the world and love for each other with him. But, you know, that just kind of, gets to me. The Bible says it's wrong. It must be wrong, right? I mean, I know of a religion that would allow gay marriages because it's not against anything that some human wrote back a few thousand years ago. Now, I know you guys are going to say, no, it's what God wanted to write in that. I'm saying, I'm not going to tell you that the Bible's a bunch of BS because I don't know that, now do I? What I will say, though, is it was written by prophets, not a divine hand. It was written by humans. Like I said, I'm not saying that the Ten Commandments isn't true. I'm not saying that the books of the Bible, the majority of it isn't true. What I'm saying is, if you're writing an essay, say it's on a subject no one's heard of, you're making this whole little thing up. Well, not up, but you're telling the story, this true story that no one's heard about yet. Not widespread, anyways. And there's something you didn't like going on in your town while you're writing the story. Well, of course you're going to go in there and show how it was wrong. The person that said some of that stuff might have embellished because he didn't like the fact that, he might have accidentally seen or thought that someone was going to turn gay. So, we don't know for sure that someone didn't embellish just a little when they wrote this. But that's on a different subject. And I will have one entry dedicated to homosexuality, religions, homosexuals that choose different religions because of their homosexual. But by allowing homosexual marriage, nothing is going to be hurt. No one is going to die if you allow gay marriage. Now, I'm not going to say that homophobics are not going to go after homosexuals. That would be a load of BS, and I'm not going to lie to you. But by at least giving us the choice to get married, you're not going to hurt anything. Because it's a separation of church and state, they cannot say, the Bible says that homosexuals are wrong, and therefore we cannot allow them in our countries to be married. Well, honey, I hate to break it to you, but you're not supposed to be doing that. That's what the Founding Fathers did not want, because that's what they did not like. Now, I know they'd probably have a problem with homosexuals, because that wasn't something that was thought of in that day and age. But as times change, having to hide doesn't have to happen anymore. Love is love. You cannot decide who they love. Has anyone just randomly walked down the street and actually had love at first sight? Or you had this person you cannot stand at all. At all. and all of a sudden you fall for them? You never thought that would happen, but it did. Just let those who love each other be together. What's it gonna hurt? You know, not long ago, was it allowed for a black person and a white person to be together either? It was considered dirty and unthinkable. But now they're allowed to marry, lay down the road for the future, and allow everyone to be with who they who they like and love.